أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. إن خير الحديث حديث محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. يا أيها الذين آمنوا يقول الله عز وجل في القرآن الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وأطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم فإن تنازعتم في شيء فردوه إلى الله والرسول إن كنتم تؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر. ويقول الله عز وجل في القرآن الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله. Brothers and sisters, we praise Allah the Almighty. We believe in Him, absolutely. We believe in Him, we trust Him, we bear witness. Nothing deserves to be worshipped except Allah, and we bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is Allah's messenger, the seal of the prophets, no prophets after him. And we ask Allah to bless his family, all of them, and his companions, all of them. Ameen. Brothers and sisters, I pray Allah the Almighty today will bless me to articulate on my tongue what's in my heart. I want to, if I could, share with you what I believe is the critical attitude, disposition, mentality, psychology of the Muslim in this time. And I'm going to draw from two verses from Quran. All you who believe, obey Allah and obey His Messenger, and those charged with leadership among you. And if you differ with your leaders, refer it back to Allah and the Messenger if it is you believe in Allah on the last day. And the second verse, that you, kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat lin-nas, you are the best of the people, evolved for mankind because you enjoy the good and you forbid the evil, and you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What should be the attitude of the Muslims today, right now? What should be our psychology? What should be our mentality? Now, I'm not trying to be smart. My happiness and sadness doesn't rely on which party wins the presidency of the United States of America. It is a blip on the scale. Someone once asked the question, what is the difference between the Democrats and Republicans? Answer, does the difference make a difference? Malcolm X put it this way. He said, you want to get eaten up by the wolf or tricked by the fox? What we're talking about today here in this conference is the greatest gift that Allah has given to us and that we can share with mankind. It is guidance. And this is why the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, said that Allah said, Hadith Qudsi, Ya ibadi, kullukum dalun illa man hadaytuhu fastahduni ahdikum. Oh, my slaves, every one of you are misguided unless I guide you. Therefore, ask me, and I will guide you. No wonder 17 times a day at least Muslims say, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. God is on the straight path. You know why? We're misguided. Tomorrow, inshallah, I think it's tomorrow or tonight, I don't remember. I want to go into more details with this topic, the thing I'm going to mention right now. There's a lot of discussion right now about Islamophobia. Look what they're doing to us. And I searched the Quran and Hadith to find the appropriate word, and I'm going to share with you that appropriate word. First, let me give you some insight. And what I'm about to say probably happened to many of you. I was in Australia when I landed in New York, JFK Airport. And as soon as we got off the plane, they said, all American citizens that way, and everybody else this way. And I went with American citizens because I'm born in this country, I'm happy, because this line was going so fast. And all the other folks was slow process. And I can hear the immigration officer, he asked everybody 2 questions. Number 1, what country did you visit? Number 2, how long did you stay? Stop, go. What country did you visit? How long did you stay? Go. What country did you visit? How long did you stay? Go. Until he came up to me. He said, what country did you visit? I said, Australia. How long did you stay? 1 week. Have you ever been to Saudi Arabia? I said, yes. When were you last there? Last year. Why did you go? Pilgrimage. Do you know anyone who lives in Saudi Arabia? None of your business, is what I wanted to say. But the question is, why? Why are you asking me those questions? What have I done? In New York City, there's a store that I go to every week. And that's the only store in my neighborhood where I can buy a particular paper. I've been going there for years, and whenever they see me, I come into the store, I don't have to ask, they bring me my paper. These are Koreans. Ownership Koreans, the workers are Koreans. One day recently, I go into the store, and the lady who was waiting on me, she said to me, where are you from? I said, America. She said, no. Where are you really from? I said, America. Where are your parents from? America. And then she looked at me, and she said, but your dress. I said, oh, I'm a Muslim. She said, oh, terrorism. Now, she was laughing and half joking, but yet there's an issue now, it seems to be, with Muslims. And I like to talk about that. I like to go to, I think, the root of the problem. If you think that the people are against the Muslims, you're wrong. I mean, you're right, but I don't think you really understand the real issue. And I would argue, I'm all over the world saying this, people disagree with me. The fight is not against Muslims. It's deeper than that, and I'm going to show you how. At issue is this: the guidance of man or the divine guidance of Allah. That's the issue. You believe in Allah for real, or is it man? Who will you follow? And this is why I said in the ayah of Quran, أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم فإن تنازعتم في شيء فردوه إلى الله والرسول. Obey Allah. You Muslim? You obey Allah for real in everything? Obey Allah and His Messenger. And those charged with authority among you, if you differ with anything, meaning different with your leaders, your mother, your father, your imam, your alim, your scholar, your president, your king, if you differ, refer it back to Allah and His Messenger, if it is you believe in the last day. Our issue here in America, if you're going to be a Muslim, is not by hiding who you are. Don't hide from being Muslim. Be a Muslim. Give me an example. Yesterday, I'm on the plane out at the airport, in Atlanta airport, sitting at my gate. And to my left, I hear this coughing, this nasty cough, every second. And it was nasty. And I looked, and it was an old white man. And that sound was annoying, I'm sure, to everybody there. I went in my bag, and I got what I consider the best cough drops in the world. It has honey in it. It works. I go in my bag, and I don't give him one. No, I give him the whole bag. Never been opened. And I said, take this, it will help you. He said, thanks. How much do I owe you? I said, no, come on. He took it, he put it in his mouth, and he said to me, immediately it worked, and he never coughed again. Why I give it to him? I didn't give it to him and say, yo, man, I'm a Muslim. You should become Muslim because I gave you this cough drop. No. I gave it to him instinctively because that's what Muslims do. Muslims don't say, I'm going to do good in order for you to become Muslim. No. Muslims do it instinctively. I'll give you another example. I'm on a plane, and we land in some city, and people are getting up in the plane, and they're getting their luggage, and they're going off the plane, and I notice an old white woman standing there, not moving. I came to her and said, madam, would you like for me to help you? She said, yes. I go to the overhead, get her luggage. I bring it down, and I said to her, would you like for me to take it out for you? She said, no, I'm good, thank you. I walk off the plane, and a young white woman says to me, sir, I saw what you did. I want to thank you. I don't do it for thanks. I do it for Allah. I don't ask people, excuse me, madam, are you Muslim? You Muslim? You try to get your luggage, are you Muslim? No. We're Muslims, and what we do, we're called upon to do the good, to enjoy the good and forbid the evil. That's what our job is. So brothers and sisters, in this conference, I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless all of the speakers, all of you who came to this conference to get the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We pray that Allah will make it a successful conference. Alhamdulillah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس the best of people you are for mankind because you joined the good and you forbid the evil. Let us Muslims be like those who enjoin the good and forbid the evil. That's our job. I'm not telling you how to dress. Allah says in the Quran, "Libasu taqwa dhalika khayr." The people in Saudi Arabia have a traditional dress. The people in Syria, in Jordan, the people in Nigeria, the Muslims in Sudan and in Somalia, and everybody have their unique dress. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not calling you to wear a particular dress, but Allah and His Prophet says a couple of things. One of the things that the Prophet said, "Khaliful mushrikeen," the opposite of disbelievers. Everything that Allah tells us to do is for our own best interest. وَمَا تُنْفِقُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ فَلِأَنفُسِكُمْ. Whatever good you spend is for yourself. Everything He tells us to do is for us. When we make prayer 5 times a day, it's not for Allah. Allah is pleased with it. He don't need our prayers, so the prayers are for us. When we fast in the month of Ramadan, Allah don't need our fasting. The fasting is for us. It's a benefit for us. When we make Hajj, we make pilgrimage, all of that. So everything that Allah orders us to do is to our best advantage. I'm not telling you how to dress. I am telling you this. Do you know that in our country, the United States, every session of Congress opens first with a supplication or prayer from a Jewish rabbi or Christian minister? That's been the history of our country, except in 1993. In 1993, for the first time in our history, a Muslim opened up a session of Congress. That Muslim happened to be me. I say that to make a bigger point. How did I go? How did I open up the session of Congress? Did I say, you know what, it's appropriate that we put a suit and tie on? I ain't against suit and ties. I said, no. This is the exact way I go. This is who I am. I'm a Muslim. I choose to dress this way, and that's how I'm going to go. Some Muslims are nervous. Permission to speak openly? Permission? Recently in New York City, before the Eid, a reporter from Times newspaper came to me and she asked me, "Aren't you afraid?" I said, "No." And she tried 7 different ways to get me to say I'm afraid. And every time she asked me, I said, "No, I'm not afraid." My advice, the posture of the Muslims ought to be, you're not afraid. Allah said in the Quran, "La تخافا إنني معكما أسمع وأرى." Don't be afraid. Allah speaking to His prophets, Moses and Harun. Don't be afraid. I'm with you. I hear and I see. وَلَا تَقْسُمُ النَّاسِ وَاخْشَوْنِي. Allah said, do not fear man, but fear me. So I'm not afraid. I'm honest with you. I'm not afraid. I'm not nervous. And you got to understand there are 2 kinds of people in America. The majority of the people, they know nothing about Islam. They're open to Islam. And there are some people in America who know exactly what Islam is, and they distort the truth to deceive the people. I give you a couple of ideas. Most of you know me. I don't think ICNA would invite me to give khutbah if they thought I'm a terrorist. Muslims against any kind of evil people, whatever they call themselves. Muslims against that. But there's a man named Paul Sperry who wrote a couple of books, one of them called Infiltration, another one called The Muslim Mafia. In The Muslim Mafia, they talk about me. Let me tell you what they say about me. See if you agree. You may agree. Let's see. They say, Imam Siraj Wahaj, well-known Muslim Imam. That's true. Very popular among the Muslims. That may be true. And they said, he is converting gang members, gang leaders, He's converting them to Islam and training them with Uzis so that they can take over the American government. For real? For real? I mean, really? I'm walking around America, training gang leaders with Uzis to take over America. They don't believe? The people don't believe that, but some will. They'll read it and they'll continue to propagate it and tell other people. So, brothers and sisters, can I give you another one? This is people who know what they're doing. I put this under the category of knowing exactly what they're doing. I don't know if you ever heard of John Hagee. He's a Christian evangelist. Very popular. Very anti-Islam. He wrote, and he said it with a straight face. He said, all Muslims have a mandate to kill Christians and Jews. This is absurd. Muslims can marry. Muslim men can marry Christian women, people of the book, Jewish women, and Muslims do. I know many Muslims who have Jewish and Christian wives. It's okay. It's accepted. But we have the responsibility to kill them? This is what he said. I'll tell you something else he said. John Hagee, you can look it up. There's a book called A Countdown to Jerusalem. He gave a speech, and in the speech he said, he called himself quoting the Bible. He said, God said in Genesis that whoever curses the state of Israel, Allah will curse them. And whoever blesses the state of Israel, God will bless them. That's what he said. And when he said that, I said, what? I read the Bible. I never read that before. So I checked it out. Most people don't check it out. I checked it out. And lo and behold, let me tell you what it says. It said, you could look at Genesis. Abraham, whoever curses him, God curses. And whoever blesses him, God blesses. Why would you change it around? Every Muslim say in every prayer, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Every day we have this love for Ibrahim alayhi salatu wa salam. Anyway, fast forward and let me finish. And this is a summary of what you will get from this whole conference. Let me finish with this. I'm closing out with this. One of the things that you get as Muslims, others don't get, is divine guidance. I'm going to leave you with something. Have you studied our nation lately? Have you studied the European nations? Their scholars will tell you that we are in a decline of the West. They call it different things. Pat Buchanan in a book called Death of the West. Samuel P. Huntington calls it Decline of the West. And they give you all the reasons why they are declining. Let me give you something to think about. The most populated nation in the world is China. Some 1,300,000,000 people. Second most populated nation in the world, India. 1,200,000,000. And the third most populated nation in the world is the United States of America. We have over 300 million people. We represent 5% of the total population of the earth. United States, 3 million people, 5% of the total population of the earth. Yet if you look at the people in prison, if you get all the prisoners in the United States of America, we represent the total prison population of the world, 25%, right here in America. Put another way, if you get all the prisoners of the United States together and put them together, and if they were one of the 50 states, they would be the 14th most populated state in America. Put another way, get all the prisoners of the United States of America, put them together, and they will be more popular than 50 countries of the world. So what? What does that have to do with anything? In this book, Infiltration, Paul Sperry, he talks about the Muslim prison population. It's big. Some 350,000 Muslims in prison. Some of them were Muslims before they got there. Some became Muslims after they got there. Do you know how many prisoners take Shahada every year in the prisons of America? Between 35 and 40,000. 35,000 to 40,000 prisoners take Shahada every year. They go into the prison and Allah guide them. Allahu waliyul ladina amanu yukhrijuhum min al-dhulumati ila an-nur. He takes them from the darkness and he brings them into the light. You make fun of prisoners. But in the prison, Allah bless them and they get the guidance because imams, they go in prison and they teach them. And some of the worst people, they come out of prison. I asked one of my friends, I said, brother, you know I've never been to prison. What is the protocol when someone comes out of prison? What is the protocol? He said, Imam, what they do, he said, every state is a little bit different. In most states, even if you've been in prison 30 or 40 years, when you come out, they do two things. They give you a one-way bus ticket out of town. And then they give you $40 cash. Imagine, you come out of prison, you've been in the prison, you serve your time, and you come out of prison with $40 in cash, you get on a bus, and you go to another town. When you go to the town, you want a job now. You clean, your life is better now, you want a job. So you go and you apply for a job, and they ask you, have you been to prison? He said, no, I ain't been to prison, so they hire you. But after they check in 1 month, they come back and said, you know, you said you were never in prison, you lied, get out of here, you fired. So I know what I do. The next time I'll tell the truth. Have you ever been to prison? Yes, sir. He said, good. We'll call you. See you later. And the moment you walk out, they take that paper and they throw it in the garbage. This is the reality what they do to prisoners. Trying to get their lives together. Trying to change. Now, some of them are Muslims. But forever, they have the stigma on them and the stench on them. You've been to prison, and you know good, despite people like Malcolm X and Haji Shabazz and a whole lot who come out of prison and become great examples for the world. I'd like to close you with this. I want to close with what you won't learn in the colleges and the university. By the way, speaking of college and university, I was the first Muslim to give a lecture at St. John's University many years ago. And after I came in, I opened it up. The president of the university came, the vice president, teachers, faculty, so forth and so on. And after that, they hired a Muslim full-time. But let me tell you a conversation I had with lunch after I gave my speech. I was sitting next to the head of the math department, a Jewish man. And we sitting down. He said, Imam Siraj, he was looking at our Muslim women, there's some Muslim sisters there, they were in hijab. And he was saying how beautiful they look. He said, oh, these Muslim women look so beautiful in their headdress. He said, Imam Siraj, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you something. And I'm telling you this, if you ask me publicly, I'm going to deny it. I said, what is it? He said, Jewish women used to dress exactly the way Muslim women dress now. Exactly. But don't ask me publicly, I'm not going to say it. And then he said, you notice how you greet one another? I said, yes. He said, Jews used to greet the same exact way as that. Don't ask me publicly, I'm not going to say it. You will find out that there's so many similarities between Islam and the Ahli and the people of the book. Ahli Kitab is mesmerizing. Now let me finish. Remember what I said about the prisoner coming out of prison? Let me give you this example, and then we close. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, taught us about the last person to come out of the hellfire and the last person to enter Al-Jannah. Think about it. Look at the picture. The last one to come out of the hellfire. He said it will be a man who will come out of the hellfire. He will crawl once, get up, walk, fall down, crawl, walk. He's getting away from the hellfire, and he turns around and said, Tabarakalladhi najani minki. Praise be to one, glorified is him who saved me from you. I have been given something that no one else has been given. This is the last person out of the hellfire. What is the protocol? He's the last one out of the hellfire, and he's walking, and he's crawling, and he goes away. And this is Muslim Hadith, volume number 1, Book of Faith, Kitab al-Iman. The Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, said that Allah would raise a tree in front of him, the most beautiful tree that he's ever seen. And he would say, oh Allah, bring me near this tree so that I may drink from its water and rest under its shade. Allah will say, oh son of Adam, perhaps if I give that to you, you will ask for something else. He said, no, I won't ask for anything else. So Allah will let him go in the shade and drink the water. And then Allah will grow another tree in front of him, more beautiful than that tree. And he would say, oh Allah, just bring me there, that tree, that I may drink from the water and stay in the shade. Allah said, oh son of Adam, didn't you say you're not going to ask me for anything else? I won't ask you for anything else, that's it. And Allah will forgive him because he don't have the ability to resist what he saw. And Allah will bring him to that tree, and he would rest and drink the water. Why the water? Because you've been in hellfire. And what have you been drinking in the hellfire? لَيْسَ لَهُمْ طَعَامٌ إِلَّا مِنْ ضَرِيعٍ. You going to eat? Everybody have to eat. Everybody have to drink. Even in the hellfire, everybody, if you're a human being, you got to eat. But what will you eat in the hellfire? Eat pus. Drink boiling water. That's what you get. So when you come out of the hellfire, Allah bless you, get out of the hellfire. Or you wanted some water. Because if you study the Quran, there's some conversation sometimes between the people of Jannah and the people of hell. And the people of the hellfire say, oh, just give us some water. It's been haram. We can't give you water. And this is why the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, said, لو كانت الدنيا تعدل عند الله جناح بعوضة ما سقى كثير منها شربة الماء. If this world had been equal in the eyesight of Allah, even the wing of a gnat, if it were that, Allah wouldn't give a kafir even a sip of water. So now the man asks Allah for that second tree, and he goes in the tree and he's drinking the water. And then Allah would make grow another tree, more beautiful than both of them. And he would say, oh Allah, just bring me that tree so I can drink from the water and stay in the shade. Allah said, oh son of Adam, what will stop you from this? And so Allah would let him go near the tree. And when he's drinking from the water, he hears the people in Jannah. He can hear the voices in Jannah. He just came from hell. He heard the voices of Jannah and said, oh Allah, let me in. Let me stop now and say who narrated this hadith. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. When he got to this point, he started laughing. He started laughing. And then he said to the people, don't you want to ask me why am I laughing? They said, yeah, why are you laughing? He said, because the Prophet narrated this hadith, and then he started laughing. And the people asked him, Ya Rasulullah, why are you laughing? He said, because of the laughter of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With this man, he said, Allah, are you mocking me? And you are the Lord of the world? And Allah will ask the question, would you like all of the wealth in the earth and it's like 10 times like, would you like that? He said, yes, Ya Rab. He said, that's for you and even more. Can you imagine that? You want to talk about the protocol coming out of prison? How about the protocol of the last person coming out of hellfire? A personal escort by Allah, the Lord of the worlds. So brothers and sisters, we got a lot of work to do. Wallahi. What you do is not just for you as Muslims. What you do is for this entire society. We ask Allah the Almighty to have mercy upon us and guide us on Sirat al-Mustaqim. We ask Allah to help those people that are oppressed in the world. We ask Allah to help those in Syria. We ask Allah the Almighty to help those in Palestine, help those in Yemen, Kashmir, and Burma, and all the parts of the world where people suffer. ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم ربنا لا تؤاخذنا ان نسينا اخطانا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا اسرا كما حملته الذين من قبلنا ربنا لا تحملنا ما لا طاقه لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا وانت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين والحمد لله رب العالمين.